don't know why.
But we see
Because we saw one.
This is Nathan Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams, and we are located at 8952 Rubio Avenue, North Hills, California, 91343. And today is November 19th, 2022, and we are located on the front of the property on the right hand side, and this is the 4-inch ABS cleanout located on the right hand side underneath this window. There's the water regulator. This is the front door. This is the front yard of the property. We are going to put our camera head at the top of the cleanout and zero out, and we will begin our sewer inspection. And it is black ABS sewer pipe. We are making a little bit of transition. We are holding a little bit of water, seems. So we're just going to continue to push out a little bit. Seems to be a little bit of a belly. And it seems that we transitioned to vitreous clay. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we did go ahead and locate this area, and it is on the right hand side on the sidewalk, and we did mark it with a red crayon, and it was approximately 3 feet deep. And so right behind that is holding water, and this is where we come out, and then we are going to continue to push out. We are in vitreous clay. We're going to continue to push out. A little bit of an offset and gap in that transition and fitting right there. You can see in the vitreous clay. We're going to continue to push out. That joint seems to be a little bit of a gap in that joint there, but still in fair and maintainable condition. We're going to continue to push out. We're going to pause here for a moment. Actually, okay, those joints feel to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. We're going to continue to push out. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. We continue to push out. Making a little bit of a transition. We are dropping down. We'll pause here for a moment. Okay, we did go ahead and locate this area, and it is approximately 4 feet by the property line. And we are making a little bit of a drop. You can see that joint there has a little bit of a root intrusion. Nothing too major. We're just going to continue to push out, making a little bit of a turn. And you can see it's really hard to see in this joint because of the drop, but you can see that there is a root intrusion at the top of the top of the pipe there. It's very difficult to see because we're making the transition. And then we're just going to continue to push out. Continue to push out. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time, so we're just going to continue to push out. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. Continue to push out. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. It is approximately 4 feet in between the joint and the vitreous clay. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're just going to continue to push out. We're going to pull back a little bit and take a better look at this joint here.
There's no crack, is it going slow? Or is it just a marking?
It's just a marking.
It's just a marking.
Because it's the bell. So we did take a look at that joint, and we thought it was, or took a better look at that joint, and it is just the markings on the pipe. So we're going to continue to push out. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Just going to continue to push out. The joint has a little bit of an offset, but still is fair and maintainable condition at this time. Just going to continue to push out to the next joint. That joint has a fairly large offset at the very top of the pipe. We're actually going to pause here for a moment. Okay, so we did go ahead and locate this, and it is towards the middle of the street at 7 foot 4 inches deep in the middle of the street, and you can see that there is a gap in between the vitreous clay there and the joint. There's a gap and an offset there at the very top, but we're going to continue to push out, make a little bit of a turn. I'll pull back a little bit.
It's a crack.
And then we do have a crack.
It's a break.
Or a break, sorry, excuse me, a break there in the saddle. And we are going to go pause for a moment and locate this area.
Let me get some paint.
Okay, we went ahead and located this, and it is in the middle of the street at 7 foot 7 inches deep. And we do have a break that goes all the way around from the top of the pipe to the bottom of the pipe there in the saddle. So we're going to continue to push out a little bit, and you can see that we do drop down into our city sewer tie-in. We're going to pull back a little bit and take a little better look at our city sewer saddle. And we're about 50 feet 2 inches on the camera monitor. Right there. 52. So we're going to pull back a little bit, take a little bit better look at our city sewer saddle. Saddle seems to be fair and maintainable condition until you pull back a little bit, and then you can see right there is a very large crack that goes all the way around from the bottom of the pipe to the top of the pipe. As we pull back, you can see. And we did locate that, and it was at 7 foot 7 inches deep. So we're going to continue to pull back, and you can see right there in that joint there is a fairly large gap and offset right there at the top of the vitreous clay pipe. And we're going to continue to pull back. So we're going to continue to pull back. Take a look at the joint. The joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're just going to continue to pull back. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. We did take a look at the joints going out, so we're just going to take a little quick look. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. We're just going to continue to pull back. That joint seems to be fair and maintainable condition at this time. That joint has a little bit of an offset, but nothing major. We're going to continue to pull back. Making a little bit of a turn. Those joints seem to be in fair and maintainable condition. It seems right there that's our transition from the 4 to 6 vitreous clay. So we are transitioning back into the 4-inch. Making a little bit of a turn, and you can see that there is a fairly large root intrusion right there, and it seems, I think we're still in vitreous clay. Yes, we're still in vitreous clay, so we're going to continue to pull back, and it is a stack, making a little bit of a turn. That is our test tee right there. You can see at the top there is an opening. That is our test tee, so we're just going to continue to pull back. A little bit of an offset there. Nothing too major, but we're going to continue to pull back. We are still in vitreous clay. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. Continue to pull back. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time, so we're going to continue to pull back. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're going to continue to pull back. Making a little bit of a turn. And you can see right here, we transitioned from black ABS to vitreous clay, and there is an offset that is holding water and debris right here. And we did locate that, and it is right on the walkway area. We marked it with a red crayon, and it was at 3 feet deep, and it is holding water. And there was a little bit of a belly when we first started the inspection, so we're going to continue to pull back. And you can see that it's definitely holding water because there is a lot of debris and signs of water being built up on the pipe. So we're going to continue to pull back, and you can see that there is another offset right there at the bottom of the clean out, and we are making a transition back up the clean out, and we're going to pull up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video and sewer inspection.